The final word.
The final word.
The final word.
The final word. It's not final till we say it. What's up, Law?
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain, bro. Just one day at a time. How it's going over here, one day at a time.
Man, you're doing a good job out there, brother.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah. So, obviously, Cowboy Nation, you should be feeling a little bit better. They done got them a defensive tackle. And we not going to let y'all down today, man. We also got the film. The film.
The final word.
We got it for you.
Final word.
The final word.
We got
No
it.
doubt. No doubt, man.
So we're going to be bringing that to you as well. So we're going to take a real look at it. So, and then obviously catching up with Law, the Law man.
Hey, Cowboy Nation, man. D tackles, linebackers been looking good. So what's scratching my mind is that they went and got some more guys. So maybe iron sharpen iron on that one. You know, steel sharpen steel.
I was trying to figure that out myself.
Right.
I was kind of thinking maybe was it special teams. I just started thinking that deep into it. But that did seem mysterious. It did. The extra linebackers I'm talking about.
Yeah, the extras, you know. But, you know, hey, we needed this last season. Depths for linebackers, and now we got it for this season. So it's a crazy world we live in, right?
Yeah. Or does that say we learned, right?
Oh yeah. We could learn from our mistakes, but I'm still on the aspect. If you're gonna bring in anybody new, bring in a DB, a veteran DB, because Trayvon Diggs, yeah, I like the ideology that he's showing that he's back or what have you, but he didn't practice today. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the other day he practiced. So I don't want them to rush Trayvon Diggs just to say that they are right with their recovery phases and things like that. I think that they should bring in a veteran DB outside of a linebacker or a defensive tackle.
Yeah. So, because then let's okay. So we got Carson, then we got Jordan Lewis playing good, then we have Bland. So that's at least a solid nickel, right? What about Nashawn Wright and Eric Scott? How they looking out there? I mean, I know you out there watching them boys. They not giving you that confidence to just go in with the young guys, or?
Well, in the same breath, you know, we seen Dak Prescott since the pads come on. He haven't thrown an INT. We seen him march down the field on a 2-minute drill. We seen Cropper cooking those boys. Jalen Cropper, by the way. So I'm just saying that if Jalen Cropper can do that, what we think Amari Cooper gonna do? What you think Chris Olave is gonna do? What you think even in week 3, Zay Flowers? I just think that you need to have a veteran present as a DB. Nothing wrong with Carson's. I do like him.
Yeah.
But as we all know that with DBs, it's all about confidence. And I don't want to throw him in the deep end and think that he's going to be this shutdown guy. You know, I just think that you should slowly even have him involved. Just get you a veteran guy, somebody who's been around the corner, and let's work this thing out. And then you will slowly integrate Trayvon Diggs. There won't be no rush for him. That's how I look at it.
I see your logic. I clearly see your logic on that, man. I wish, you know, because Gilmore not signed yet, is he?
Right. He's not signed. J.C. Jackson. There's some other veteran guys that's out there that's not signed yet.
I feel that out, man. Good intel. Good thought. We're going to talk about that more.
Shit.
I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Alright, Law. Alright.
Yeah.
So we gotta figure this out, man. Is it time to go ahead and throw the parade or what? We've been crying. Is it done? Is it done? Should we just be like, we're finished?
Who is this guy? Who's these guys, man?
I know him well. I can break him down.
You know him well. Break him down, because we would need to get into details of defensive tackle. I know that this is not fireworks of people where we should pop champagne bottles for, but I need for you to break him down. Dan, break him down for me, man.
Okay, so I could tell you Albert Huggins was somebody that actually played with Christian Wilkinson at Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
I was very much into him when he was coming out. He was one of my top sleepers. So
okay,
I'm not going to act like I kept my eyes on him around the league. I didn't do that. But the things that we need right now, he was good at Clemson. He anchors well. He also somebody that chose to play at a very deep Clemson when he had options to play other places. So it tells you he embraces competition. He's a very much professional journeyman. He's a professional. He's played with a lot of different teams, which also says a lot about him because he is not getting out this league. Okay?
Right.
So that's the kind of profile about him. I would say he's a professional defensive tackle. He's going to do some things that you're going to want to see, such as hustling to the ball, great effort. You're going to see that pretty consistently out of him. And in the film session that I want to kind of cue up a little bit, one of the better things that you'll see is that he also got better, and he gets better as the game goes on, which says that he's likely a condition type of guy. And that's the type of guy we would need right now, because you coming in a camp kind of as the camp is starting. So we would need a disciplined, grown professional. That's my kind of mental breakdown on Albert.
No doubt. So if you were to comp him to a player, and I know most people don't do comps or what have you, but if you can help us out, who is his comp? Like, who is he familiar with or similar to?
Yeah, that's a real good question. I was thinking about a comp before we started this. Okay, I really couldn't come up with a comp, but I could say this. I think Jonathan Hankins, in terms of run stopping, was more ideal. So I would put him in a mix of Neville Gallimore and Jonathan Hankins. And I would say he's more than Neville Gallimore at the one tech. We're going to see some things and like him a lot more. He's not going to be just kind of like a one-game guy. He also ended up starting late, and he's fully cooked and mature in terms of being a veteran. He's in year 4.
Year 4 of it. Okay. All right. Well, hey, man, time will tell. Cut day is a hard cut day. It's not like it used to be gradually. So what happened here, we go to 90 to I believe 53 real quickly, So I guess at this process and at this time, we'll see whether he fits in. Now, I'm looking at his resume, man. He's a 6'3", 305 guy, so he's not necessarily 6'30" or 330-ish, but he's more of on the lighter side.
Yeah.
So break that down. Yeah. Break that down. So he can play the one tech, or he's going to be your 3 tech guy, or break it down for me,
He's
bro.
a one tech. He's just a smaller one tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a smaller one tech for sure. And you right,
Smaller one
you
tech.
right on that. And I got his film right here. So
Okay.
So if we could take a quick look at him and we'll go through a couple of his plays.
No doubt.
Get my eyes on him real quick. 27.
Yeah, and for those who looking for one tech, you're talking about a guy that's going to be lined up sometimes even at 0. You're talking about a guy that's going to hit a gap, and you're looking at somebody who can penetrate and take on double teams and allow someone else to win, right? So that's him right here, and he's lined up slightly. He's shading the 1 over here, right? And he squeezes down. That's a good play.
And yeah, he held pretty decent. You know, he kind of got off balance on that, but then he was still kind of trying to get an assist on that tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then if you go this next play, I think it's one of his best
Right.
plays and one of his best games. Because we want to, get the film on him now. Like, forget the talk.
Right.
Let's look at it. I got him right here, Law. Right here.
No, okay, all right. Got the hands inside, moved, got off, and then he's able to make that stop right there, or allow someone else to, occupying space and moving things back. We look at lateral movement on that LOS, but 9 times out of 10 we want penetration. And if he can hold his gap and hold his integrity there and allow his linebackers to lean and get forward, that's a good thing. I do like that aspect of it. He struck first, so he got his hands inside. And the offensive lineman duty is to keep him inside the cylinder. But if he can jab and get upfield and turn them shoulders, it's over with, right? So he got them shoulders turned on him, and he's able to stop this run for a minimum gain. Damn good game. Yeah.
See him get off that block and make the tackle, and it wasn't much push on him, So just, another look at it right here. Shed that block, get in on the tackle,
Yeah. And a lot of times these type of things, these guys are not pass rushers, they run stoppers. So even if they are contained, they just want to be able to win that battle, right? That's where the game is won and lost, in the trenches. And if he keep driving his feet and he moving his guy out the way, hey, that will count as a good play for us,
Yeah, I mean, he turning up pretty decent, man.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty decent. Like, all these clips that I'm showing, you not gonna see him going backwards, especially on 1-on-1, and you go see him basically shed them blocks when he want to. So I'm gonna also show him on some doubles.
Okay, no doubt. I'm
gonna show some pass rush too. We got some clips in here. We got some good stuff, Law. We giving y'all what you need. For those who've been wondering about the shoes, we giving it to you. And then we go obviously get into what you saw at camp, Law, but we wanted to turn on this film real quick. I think this him on the pass pro up here, if my notes are right. Yeah, pretty good pressure right there, And what I see is that motor. Like, he continues to go. He's not somebody that's looking around doing jumping jacks on the line of scrimmage. He really trying to make a play. Even though you're right, we not looking for this guy to be a pass rusher. He just saw an opportunity to potentially get that sack, and he took it. So the thing that I like about it for sure is you're gonna see at least a quality motor. You don't see an ideal heavy one.
Mm-hmm.
I see better than Carlos Watkins for sure. I'll put it like that.
Man, boy, you putting it out there. If he's better than a Carlos Watkins, man, that's gonna go and play some good dividends for us, man. Especially if it's a situation whereas he have to still beat out Mozzie for some reps, right? He would still have to beat out Carl Davis, who's been, serviceable, and then you got Denzel Daxon and Rogers. So do you think that, as a veteran guy, you think that he would have more opportunities than those guys, even though he is a bastard at this point, Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like him in the building in case the wheels start falling off DT. And look at this. This is a beautiful plug. That's a beautiful plug. Just blew that whole play up. And he blew this up right here, Law. You want to break it down?
Okay, let me see what he have right here. All right, so he's in the B gap right, and just plugged right away. He blew it up. So and the thing is, running backs got lanes, and what he want to do is clog that area right here, and he's more lined up wide on this right here, and he's shutting down that lane so that running back is not able to either penetrate nor plant his foot to cut back for his cutback. So I do like that aspect of it. Those are things that we're looking for from a defensive tackle. And one of the things that I heard when Mike McCarthy was in the presser the other day, he says too many bodies on ground, right? And he just got to stop having bodies on ground. So what we want to do is, with our D tackles, we don't want to see our guys falling all over the ground.
Right.
So it's good to see that he keeping his feet and his base together, and he's just plugging away. And you see white jerseys on ground opposed to the black jerseys. So it's something simplistic, but it's a necessary math to that evilness, or that simplicity, I meant to say.
Yeah, and this is one where I like his pursuit. I think this is the play. Look at his pursuit on this.
Man, ran through the echoes of the whistle. Yeah.
See, I like a DT that's pursuing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And this is late in the game. This is late. This ain't early in the game. So when he bootleg out, most defensive tackles right there jogging.
Right.
Right. They done gave up on the play,
Most certainly. I would say in the history of D tackles, interior guys, whether it's 1 or 3, most of their sacks come in the late third and fourth quarter. Keep this in mind. Offensive linemen, they rotating out. These guys, offensive linemen, they don't rotate out. Defensive tackles, they do. And you got 300 plus pounds leaning on that offensive line. Eventually it's going to cave. And that's where you need your big boys to step up and represent. And if we can get that, come on with it. Let him come on in, read third quarter, fourth quarter Huggins. I love that.
Yeah. I like this signing, man. We, when it's one of your obviously sleepers and you turn on the tape and you say, look at this pressure right here, Law. You see that?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I'll show it to you again.
Mm-hmm.
And this is late in the game.
Yeah. Well, right almost, here. You might well say zero tech. Yeah. Slap the shoulder, get upfield, and we would say with that swim move, it's half body, right? And he's able to knife in the inside and get upfield. That center, he was on skates the entire time, after he didn't got upfield with that. So yeah, if it's something I got to really see him in the Cowboys jersey. Hopefully we get a chance to see him on Thursday and he get acclimated with everything. But I will keep my eyes out for Albert.
Yeah. So
I'll keep my eyes out for him.
So the next question, man, I want to kind of address this to you and talk about this and get your thoughts on this real quick. Give me 1 second.
No doubt.
I thought I had it set up. All right, here we go. This for you, Law. Let's talk about this real quick. And then also while I'm setting this up, man, I want to kind of get y'all thoughts in the chat of what y'all thought about what we just showed on Albert Huggins. Does that make you feel a little bit better at the 1 tech? Are you still thinking that hope is lost with Cowboy Nation? Is the sky finna fall? Because we now have the defensive tackle that we've been wanting in camp. But
so this is something that Stephen Jones said he promised us, right? He said he's gonna get a defensive tackle, and Albert is him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel better about it. I can start the season with this.
Okay.
Let's start the season. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's get it. Let's get it, bro. But I want to talk to you about this, Law. He said, bro, how long are they going to play with CD? We're a week away from preseason. I've been thinking, Law. And if I'm Jerry, I'm taking my time because Dak is looking real good right now. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, he's looking good, but that's like a conundrum because he's looking good against Carson's and Bland. Bland is a good DB. Don't get me wrong, but he's looking good with those guys. Whereas there's no real contact, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm still looking at it like, yeah, them wide receivers look good, but they're not on a CD level, right?
Right.
We're seeing some. Oh, okay, all right, cool. I like that aspect out of Jalen Cropper. Oh, I like that what T. Billy is doing. But I'm being 1,000. It's still no enthusiasm like when CD high point the ball and come down with it. When CD line up inside, now you got to really worry about the two-way goals that CD brings to the table. I think that the Jones family need to go ahead and figure out a way to pay CD. He's by far your best asset out there on the offensive side, outside of Dak Prescott. I think that historically speaking, historical data with the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott, this offense still would be a top 10 offense. Hell, we was top 10 with Noah Brown and CD. So, and I think we finished off top 5. So I don't want to go down there and look at the Browns week 1 and we going up against Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore. Could be possibly that they get Brandon Ayuk, right? And nobody would mention all of the weapons that they have, but they would just mention the loss that we may occur, So that's how things go here in Dallas. We need some star-studded guys here. I don't like the leftovers that's left in the refrigerator for all of this time. Go ahead, get us some new food, man, and sign CD. Stop playing around, Jerry. That's what I want,
So when would be like your deadline if you was trying to maximize, like really trying to maximize leverage? When would be the absolute latest that you think they should do
it? They should have did this 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. That would be the latest. So they already behind. The rent due. The payment, the mortgage due. So the absolute latest time would be is after preseason 1.
Yeah.
Right. After you've seen some of the guys, and then the craziest thing is it's such a hard cut to jump from 90 to 53. Right. So there's no intermediate or no in between cuts there. So even if you have likes for another wide receiver on another team that could possibly get cut, you have to wait until that last moment. I think that it would be better for the Cowboys to go ahead and have CD out here. Granted, I get it. CD Lamb, he's holding out. I get it. The Jones family look at it like, hey, we gave you $17.5 million, whatever the 5th-year option was for wide receivers. And they look at it like, hey, it's a privilege to play for the Cowboys. This is the most amount of money that you ever had. So you get your butt out here and you play this year so that we can make a decision on whether or not you're going to be here for a long term. Because what they really want to do is they want to hold his feet to the fire, right? And slap that franchise tag on them. That's their plan. But the 5th-year option is a baby version of a franchise tag because you can't
hell no.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
and you can't spread that money out. So it's better to have CD now. Granted, CD looking good running the Sands. CD look good with my guy Devontae Diamond out there. But he's not going up against pros. He's not going up against Bland. He's not going up against pro-level cornerbacks. He going up against somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that working at Amazon or Walmart out there. You know what I'm saying? And he digging those boys' routes up, routing those guys up. So I need to see CD shake it off and be out there going up against real true competition like in practice, And I'm just saying, I think that it's a conundrum because on one end, we want CD here, but on the other end, I understand that it's about the money for him because we seen just a couple of days ago, Puka Nacua, he got hurt in practice or what have you, and it's a real tangible thing, right? But I need CD Lamb to be out here, though. I don't want him coming off of the sands thinking that he's going to do the same thing to Denzel Ward or whoever, that we got to face week 1, or who they going to line him up against, Emerson or whoever it may be. I don't want to see that.
I totally agree, man. I think your timeline is good too. I totally agree with everything you said. After preseason 1, he needs to be in there that Monday.
That Monday. Happy. Yeah, go lucky. It boosts up the morale. Everybody would embrace him for being back out here. It just need to be now, man. Or at least at the first preseason game.
All right. I wouldn't be doing everybody a service if I didn't talk to you about what you're seeing out there at practice. Because I was watching your film today, brother. Another good day of you giving us access. And I'm going to say, bro, that Zeke, man.
Oh, yeah.
That Zeke, you call him Slim Zeke.
Yeah, Slim Zeke. That pop. Yeah, that's a good play right there. Even Nate Newton. If those who don't understand, Nate Newton been kind of like, real on the edge with this team, right? And when he said, hey, I see a little pop out of Zeke, that's a real thing. That's not us lying. And it's a little pop to him. And I think that he knows that, hey, he's on a mission to reclaim his name. And he's going to tell them better. He's going to show them better than he can tell them.
Yeah, I agree, man. And, I heard some people, they get excited and they say, oh, that look like 2016 Zeke. No, it doesn't. He doesn't look like.
Nah.
But on one thing, he actually looks better.
What's that?
It's only one thing. Those jump cuts. He wasn't doing that in 2016. See, he added this to his game. Now, is he the fast, powerful Zeke? But this Zeke is like a slimmer. This Zeke remind me of Bell.
Yeah. Le'Veon Bell on like the mid-tail end of his career. Yeah. You talking about that? And then he can catch the ball in the backfield.
Right.
I seen Zeke run a wheel route, and the quarterback put it right on his numbers, and he got a soft hand. So now when you look at everything, you can go at it like this. With Zeke, we don't have to lean on him 1,000%. Because you have the Malik Davises of the world and the Rico Dido. I think that those two boys there, they can add in some extra element. I'm surely down on Royce Freeman because he is this year's version. I think you said it or someone else said it of the other guy that we had last season. I forgot his name, tip of my tongue. Remember that guy we picked up? They kept fumbling the ball. Yeah, and you remember the guy? You remember he was our only. Well, last year he was picked up. He was supposed to have been in the mix with the running back crew.
He kept fumbling. That's where you messed me up.
Fumbling the ball. Where they said that he's fumbled a lot. He's. God, dog, y'all help me out in the chat. Y'all help me out.
Y'all help out a lot, man.
Yeah, help me out, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Last year running back, he didn't even make the team. He got hurt because he had a suspension. I think his last name Jones, first name. Yeah. Royce Freeman is damn Ronald Jones over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, getting hurt.
Like well, he had some type of setback and he had to leave practice though. So it's crazy though. But I'm not saying that he will ultimately be that, but I haven't seen the few things that I was able to see from him was very little. Very little. Rojo, y'all see y'all in the chat. Yeah, Ronald Jones.
Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah. Royce and Ronald, same person. Same person.
So we leaning on your eyes, man.
Yeah.
I gotta lean on your eyes some more. We all leaning on your eyes. So, Law, you out there. In the mini camp and the OTAs, we wasn't hearing anything about Jalen Tolbert. Now, Law, they are saying, and it's looking like from the clips, that Jalen Tolbert has taken on the mantle of the number 2, number 3. What's your thoughts on it from you actually being out there? it's almost like they saying it's like a lock at this point. Are you seeing lock or are you seeing competition? Because I'm hearing a lot of different names. Like I'm hearing Billy Johnson, Cropper. Like what's going on out there with receiver 3?
With all bullshit aside, Jalen Tolbert, I think that they want him to be number 2, number 3. Really number 2. But you can argue that Jalen Brooks been just as, good as Jalen Tolbert, right? And then to a degree, Jalen Cropper, he literally caught a touchdown in every single day I've been out here. And not one, but multiple touchdowns. So you can put him into the mix. You can put T. Billy in there. But granted, Jalen Tolbert is an earlier draft pick, and they would love for him to stand tall. But I think that at this point, to me, he's still a solid number 3 option. You will put CD as 1, Cooks as 2, and then Jalen Tolbert if that's where they want to go. But from a wide receiver perspective, I think that this team would benefit better if Jalen Brooks claimed that X spot because he's still a bigger target. I trust him when he high point the ball. He got length and he got separation on his routes. I think that he should be the guy that should be your third option, just juxtaposed to Jalen Tolbert. But I get it. The political warfare will be that, hey, Jalen Tolbert is your solid 1 at this practice and your solid 2, and he looks just as good as CD is what they trying to paint, but it's no near close to what CD was doing in his years was out here.
Ooh, man, I appreciate
it's nowhere clear. Nowhere clear.
See, listen, y'all. That's why it's important that new media is out there, man. Mm-hmm. That's important for new media to get their eyes on it, man. So Law.
Yeah, you've been down there before. You see the new Swedes, and you would want her to cook, like the last one, when they can do the dinner, the breakfast, and the lunch all together. But this new one, all she can do is just cook a good breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So that's different. So with Jalen Tolbert, I need to see him cook against the Rams if that's the case. The craziest thing is, though, by Jalen Tolbert, if he's going to play preseason 1, which he need to have his butt out there playing preseason 1, by the way, is that he won't have his quarterback throwing him the ball. He will have Cooks. He will have Cooper, or he will have Trey Lance, because I don't think that they will even put Dak Prescott out there week 1 of preseason.
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. But I was thinking I did want to see Dak, though. Real talk. I did. I was starting to think, especially for business purposes, if I was just thinking just business, I would want to see Dak. I would.
Right.
But I'm just kind of going around a circle real quick because I'm trying to get questions answered that I know is out there. So this one is obvious. It was some noise going around with Mozzie. You can see him right here, number 58, taking on that double, making the play. How Mozzie looking?
He's the first one out there on the field. He's becoming more of like, okay, the coach that really likes you, put pressure on you, they chastise you, they fuss at you, they cuss at you. So I can literally see that they're going to use Mozzie right. And I think that for sure, Mozzie improved from last season. You can see him literally move guys out the way, take on the double team, penetrate, get upfield. I think that he surprised me because at the end of the day, I was thinking that with that shoulder situation, that he probably wouldn't be ready to practice the way he's practicing, and he'd probably be a step late, $1 short and all of that stuff, a day late, $1 short. But he's been in the mix. He's been solid. It's hard, extremely hard to evaluate interior defensive tackles in practice. I need to see what it's like when he can take somebody all the way to the ground. When it's time for him to really plug and get to the running back and level the running back and take him to the ground. So that's why it's vital for Mozzie to play week 1 of the preseason game, majority of the snaps, so that I can give you guys some real true evaluations of it. But so far in practice, he's looking good. He's not looking terrible.
See, that's good to hear, man, because see, it was some talk like he was looking terrible.
Yeah.
So you not seeing that at all?
Based off of what? Now, granted, I have a bad case. I got a bad case now because they bringing in extra bodies, right? If he's looking so good, why bring in somebody else? Why bring in the Alberts of the world? Well, hey, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared, right? So the Cowboys are making sure that when the season kickoff, that they have that depth purposes. But I can tell you that Mozzie, he may not be the 4 or 5 sack guy. That's not what you want out of him. What you want out of him, and which very tangible, is you want to see the linebackers scrape, rally, hit, fill holes. And I'm seeing that, and a lot of people fail to realize that linebackers, they are a part of your front. Yeah, they part of the core. It's a front 7 for crying out loud. So he's part of the piece, and I think that there's no element of surprise that's why before we hit live, I said that our linebackers are looking a whole lot better than what we looked like last year, and our linebackers are one of our most impressive departments on defense. And they went out and got some more linebackers today too, didn't they? So, hey. It's like that.
I feel like the fans are jaded because it's really starting to come together. But I get it. I think the fans need a win, for real. They need a win.
Yeah,
they need a win. That Green Bay it's like a stench. It's just staying on us,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cause see, this is all good news. Everything.
Yeah.
The only thing that's bad news right now was Sam Williams. We got a DT now. The linebackers looking good now.
Yeah.
The linebackers were looking good last year. Scott McCurley had them boys looking bad.
Yeah, and I like Scott McCurley's role as, hey, I'm going to teach you the technical side of it. Let Paul Gunter get you in there, and he's going to teach you, hey, you got to have a mindset to fill these gaps. You can't be sitting and waiting, And I do like that part of it. I would tell you that these linebackers, they are coming down and hitting. They are filling gaps. They are scraping. They are disengaging. Mirosil, he don't have a nickname, but he's a missile in my mind. And he forced a fumble today. So Willie is just everywhere. Hook to sideline, fam. Hey, Willie got some coverage ability. And he's not this dude that's going to play around with his food when it's time to scrape, disengage, to get upfield to make a tackle. 55 is great to see 55 making plays. My guy Damone Clark been doing some crazy good things, and he got Sean Lee in his ear, right? So I love that because Sean Lee is mentoring even him. So just by namesake, along with this defense with Eric Kendricks, who's the nucleus of all of this, shoot, we are in a great shape with our linebackers. And then we finna be even more in a better situation because I heard that they went and grabbed the veteran guy that's familiar with Zim's system. So this is more the merrier. Bring them on, man. Shoot, I love it.
No, Law. And I noticed something else, man. That's I think we sleeping on Zimmer, man. See, because Michael Parsons with Paul right
Gunter.
here. Man, I'm noticing a lot of isolation of Michael Parsons around that. Like in what world would Brock Hoffman be on Michael Parsons? And you can see the result. Is it way better scheme coming out of Zimmer?
Man, here's the thing. And what I think a lot of people missed out on. When we had Mike Nolan here in 2020, a third of the players were saying that it was complicated and it was too much going on, right? And they resisted the things that Mike Nolan brought. because it was just too many flavors out there. So here comes Dan Quinn in a perfect storm. He offered us vanilla, right? It wasn't exotic looks. It was just, hey, I want my defensive front, shoot, get upfield. My only variations to the nation would be some twist stunts, but there was no illusion. There was no mask. There was no double mug shooting through A gaps. There were, hey, the end package, that was a real good thing, to get all edge rushers on the field when it's time to be third down or what have you, and that created pressure. But that was the most exotic thing that they did, with Quinn. And now you got literally night and day. Sim looks at it like, hey, I'm not going to give you the same. I'm going to say it like him. I'm going to put a PG-13 version. I'm not going to give you the same effing look, right? And that's how he said it. I'm not finna give you the same effing look. You may think that it's the same, but this time Parsons is jumping out to the flat. This time I'm sending Mirrors out. Next time I'm sending Eric Kendricks. This time Parsons line up on the right, Parsons line up on the left. You're gonna have to stay up extra, to stop Parsons in any shape, form, or fashion when he's out there on the field, because he's just not a edge rusher. He's a specialized weapon. He's a linebacker. He's a safety. He's an edge guy. He's everything. He may be Defensive Player of the Year when it's all said and done.
I see that too, Law. I see that too, man.
And we got a big super chat too by Stephen Carroll, man, for $19.99, baby. Shout out to you for the $20 holler. 35 is the flying Hawaiian. Come on with it. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Appreciate it for your support.
He sent a super chat over too. Let me go ahead and get it. He sent it for $9.99. He said, "So, boss, is there a pair of matching shoes or a single shoe?" We matching.
We matching.
It's a matching shoe, yeah. This is what we wanted with Mozzie. It was about not having Mozzie by himself.
Yeah.
And a very young other DT room. This room needed a veteran. You was gonna say something, Law?
No, all I can say is that what would benefit this particular team, we paid so much attention to other teams on what their interior guys are doing. But I would tell you guys, when you look at the skill set of what Mozzie's going to bring, this should elevate 94. This should elevate D-Law. This should also elevate number 11. And this should have the ability to have our linebackers to scrape, rally, and get downfield and just feel. So, yeah, that's all we're looking for Mozzie. We're not looking for 5 or 6 sacks, which would be good for us, but we're not looking for that.
No, at all. All we looking for with the improvement of the linebackers is now some DTs that's good enough to hold up on doubles. That's the main thing you looking for now. Thing. Yeah, we not looking for Vita Vale.
Right.
Yeah, we not. In my opinion. Yeah, we want to keep them linebackers clean. So we needed some people that we feel confident can do that, or at least do it good enough. That's the main thing. I want to jump on this, man, because I had a guy guarantee me, Law. He say Jordan Lewis is finna have a great season. It's looking like Jay Lewis headed towards that, man. You starting to kind of see them old Jay Lou plays. What you seeing out there with Jay?
Well, Lewis always been a guy that played closer to the box and can scrape and shoot upfield, and they gonna do some crazy looks with him because you never know whether or not he's blitzing off of the edge, right, or he's falling into the flats there, or if he's going to pick up your guy, or he's going to be on the deeper thirds, whatever it may be. Lewis can do it all, right? So he is glowing out there on this defense because of the multiples, and you just don't know where he's going to be at. And he's shifty, he's quick. He's a guy when I spoke to him, and I think I haven't even uploaded that video clip yet. And I said, "Hey, Lou, you do know that you have 8.5 sacks in your career, right? I think that you're going to get about 3 sacks this season or more." And his face lit up because he said, "Yeah, that's what I want. I want them to send me on some blitz. I want them to disguise my looks so that I can be that guy that can trail and carry the shifty slot wide receiver." So he's going to bring all of that to the table, and he's been having a phenomenal camp, by the way. So he's able to block that ball right there, and there were some other plays that he was out there shining. And now, did he get burned sometimes? Yeah, he's not 1,000. Because I got some plays where Cropper got him on some deep routes, but even on some deep concepts, he's able to be on a foot chase with Kevontae Turpin and even eliminate that. So you would see some of that with J. Lou, and I think that with a scheme wise, this fits him like a glove.
Law, am I tripping? Is Trey Lance looking like he look like he getting better?
To a degree, he's getting better. But just by him getting better doesn't mean that he's better than Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
At this point, Rush is outperforming Lance. I get it, and this is no hate towards Lance. I think that he's still, in my opinion, a year removed before he's able to even step out and do some things there. So with Lance, my thing is we would know more. We would absolutely know more of what he looks like in preseason, because maybe that's my only final card. Maybe he's a gamer, right? Maybe he's only holding back and he's just trying to fit things in practice to see what he can work on. So that's my grace with him. But at this point and at this time, I think Rush has pretty much outshined him even through his improvement.
All right, Law. Now we got to get to what I know everybody want to know about. Cooper BB. What is he looking like out there? Because see, that's still a debate with Cowboy Nation.
Right.
Because everybody heard of the early reports, and the early reports is that Cooper was struggling with shotgun snaps.
Right. That was the early ones.
Are you still seeing that? Or has that been cleaned up to where they're going to really be able to have a legitimate competition with preseason and these joint practices that's coming up? What's going on at center based on you being out there?
All right, so here's how I view it. Cooper BB is on the heels of Brock Hoffman, and Brock Hoffman knows it. Because all he had, I got a few things, that I could do a little bit better than Cooper, and that's snapping the ball. That's me just knowing how to get my body around, shifting my hips, get in the way, and he knows that damn Brock Hoffman. He's a wise guy. He knows somebody on the ground. Oh, I'm gonna fall all over him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lean on you on the ground. I'm gonna get nasty with you. I'm gonna lay it out on you. Even if he didn't do the work. But I think that for the foreseeable future, that BB is stronger. BB embraced the opportunity. Shout out to Craven Cowboys as well as Mark Holmes. They were able to interview him post-game, post-practice, and he said, hey, he embraces this. He wants this. This is the iron that sharpens iron right here. And I think, just hear me out, ladies and gentlemen, that BB either is going to be him as the starter or not, you know what I'm saying? And I know that sounds crazy, but I just think that he's going to win out that starter spot by sometimes this entire season. Sometimes I don't think that Brock Hoffman is going to continue to hold him off for the entirety of the season. So that's how I'm going to put it. I think that BB, before this season is over with, he will be your starter center. I believe so. He's too good. He's getting better and better too quickly, right? For example, just like I said with the Trey Lance versus Cooper Rush, we know that Trey Lance is more athletic than Cooper Rush, right? Yeah. So eventually, once Trey Lance get really comfortable and make some few plays, eventually he's gonna trump Cooper Rush. But for right now, Cooper Rush got that starting role, or that second role, or whatever you may want to look at it from that perspective.
So, yeah, man. Now, what is just standing out to you, Law, out there? Just period.
Okay.
What are you seeing that we need to know about? What's your gut feeling?
All right. That what's standing out clearly to me is the linebacker play, right? That's improved, and the willingness to not giving you the same look on defense. Zim's ability to mix it up and not continue to just serve you vanilla and say, hey, it's good ice cream, right? He is mixing it up. He giving you all types of flavors. I think that's the ultimate thing that's standing out. Of course, Dak Prescott been poised. He's been solid. He's been good over here. Jalen Cropper, he stood out to me. T. Billy, he's standing out. Jalen Tolbert, he's standing out. Those wide receivers, it's not just by chance that those guys are standing out because, that they are just naturally good. I think that Dak Prescott is also playing a major role of that, shifting up things on the front, making sure that these guys are in the possibility and chances to win. Those are things that's standing out. But I'll be remiss to add into this fact that I would love to see CeeDee Lamb in this mixture so that we can see even more of how this offense can really look.
So
I forgot to mention about our tight ends, man. It's 81 standing out. Oh my God. I forgot all about Ferg. We already know Ferg great. So just by me not even mentioning, look, these are things that you don't have to mention, right? Because we already know that they've been doing a good job. Like Cooks, we already know what he can do. Cooks is having an unbelievable training camp, by the way. Ferg, he is having an unbelievable training camp, by the way. But what's standing out in that tight end room to me is a guy that wear 81 on his chest, right? 81 Stevens. I think that he is having a hell of a camp and he's standing out. And I think that he himself making the Cowboys front office smile and happy because they found him in the later round, undrafted. But they also sitting there like, damn, why did we pick up Schoonmaker? This dude is damn near awesome. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to get into this. Man, this depth chart looking. See if I can make it big. I'm trying to make this bigger, man. Hold on real quick.
I see Chuma Edoga. First team.
Yeah, it's C. Josh
what my
Ball
guy
behind Zach Martin.
Yeah.
And then hold on. Wait.
Let me tell you something. Josh Ball stands out to me, not in a positive way. 75 and 79, they stand out to me. 64 got to go too. They stand out to me in a not a positive way, but if you're gonna bring in some more guys, more and more bodies, bring in somebody that can take 75, 79, and 64 up out of here. Come on, man.
Man, bro. Let me come back to this. Bro.
Go ahead.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Cause oh my God, hold on. Let me look
and to a degree, also Chuma Edoga, man. Why did Tyler Guyton had to get to stomach flu or whatever? They probably took him out for drinks and he had to pay for everything. I said that messed up everything, man.
It's pretty clear at this point that it's time to start Tyler.
Oh yeah,
it's clear at this point.
Sick. He got sick at the wrong time, though. He had momentum and everything.
Yeah, they need to stick him on back out there, man. Get on back out there, bro. Because we know what Chuma is, man. And then, we see what Michael Parsons is doing to you. We see it.
94 doing to him. Shoot, we said what Boss Cowboy Sports could do to him. So, oh my gosh, man, look. I get it. He's a veteran guy.
Man,
He's a guy
it's
that's been on
crazy
this
now,
team.
Law.
Yeah.
It's crazy now. It's like
Yeah.
Tyler. Even though we know he got stuff to work on, we know he'll rookie. He got
Right.
learning and all that.
Yeah.
At some point, you've seen enough. Now you kind of, let's not get into that McGovern versus Tyler Smith stuff.
Come on, yeah. Don't play around with it because week 1 is very, very vital, and that's a blindside spot. And you can only chip and release so much. You can only put your running back to that side so much, and you don't want Chuma out there like that against Myles Garrett in that particular front. I get it. I get it, man. Guyton, he was sick. He had some setbacks. But we got Thursday. I hope that they do something like a walkthrough on Wednesday. Of course, that's tomorrow. That's not open to the public because they will do something. That we hear alarming reports that 60 is back on the first team unit, right? And we don't have to worry about seeing Chuma Edoga out there. Yeah.
All right,
look, bro. I seen a lineup that was so crazy. They had Bostic, out there, and Trey, he still was able to score, but they had Bostic as your left tackle. They had TJ Bass in there, which was your guard or what have you. Then they had BB, but then they had your boy Matt. Well, let's go. Josh Ball. I said, Lord, Trey was running for his life off of that package. I don't want to see it. I don't want to foresee a world with 75 and 79 out there at the same time. It was just crazy, bro. But keep going.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just okay. This is the other part that's kind of tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Tight end
Okay.
1, we all know Jake Ferguson.
Correct.
Tight end 2 is Luke Schoonmaker.
Oh, wow.
Tight end 3 is Peyton Hendershot. Tight end 4 is John Stevens. Tight end 5 is Kristen Fatt, and tight end 6 is Brevin Span 4. Man, what?
Hey, man.
Say
86 is there by default, man. 89 giving us some shine here and there. But here's my
who giving more shine?
is
Peyton
giving
Hendershot or John Stevens? More shine.
Stevens
who's
giving us a little bit more than 89, right? And Fant, he can argue that Fant is more versatile than Hunter Luepke. You know what I'm saying? Because he's doing the tight end work and he's doing fullback, running back stuff. So if we can remove politics. And I'm looking at tight end room and running back room the same way. If we can remove politics, go ahead.
To be honest, this has a smell. This has a smell.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It got a smell.
Yeah.
It smells like politics. How is Luke Schoonmaker still number 2 tight end? Oh my God. All right, let me keep going.
He can claim the same thing that happened to Tyler Guyton. Whereas, for the first week before them damn pass came on and everything, hey, Schoon was catching touchdowns. He was running across the middle. He was doing some things, right? And then, they slowly bringing him back in. But hear me out, y'all. Schoon's availability is a liability. Y'all write that down because you just never know what scoop or Schoon you're going to get. This scoop or Schoon, you're going to get a full day of practice. oh, when the battleship and everything is cooking, oh, now he's hurt again. Come on, man. Put that list back up if you don't mind.
I got
Let me give you mine. If I had full control right now, let me see what I would do.
You got it.
I would go Jake Ferguson to a degree, since he's a veteran, Peyton Hendershot, right? Second tight end. And then I would do John Stevens and oh my God.
Go for it. Go.
Here. One, how many I named? I named 3, right?
You said Jake Ferguson, then you said Peyton, and then you went John.
John, and then Brevin Spann, because I paid him all of that money. Alex Hoyer, 49, he can go. 48, I'm thinking about a way that I can get him in the fullback room, because he's your H-back. I need him for special teams. I need him for running back duties, because he can do so much. So I would keep 48 and sacrifice, to me, our sacrifice number 27 in the running back room. I would sacrifice little 36. I'd get rid of him. I'll get rid of Deuce Vaughn. Vaughn, number 42. I'm trying to say, hey, Deuce, I'm coming to Deuce. I'll tell his dad first. I say, hey, Dad Vaughn, come over here right quick. We finna release your son. But we're gonna bring him back to the squad, the practice squad. But we're gonna waive him, and we're gonna see if he can be on special teams or something like that for the practice squad, because he don't give you nothing. Because for what he could do, I can get Cropper to do. Jalen Cropper can do kickoff return. Cavante Turpin can do kickoff return. You know what I'm saying? Wanye and them, he can do kickoff return, punt return. So he's not separating himself. So I'll talk to Dad Vaughn and say, hey, either you can tell him or I can tell him. But I still want him here. I still want him here. That's the political side. I still want him here, but not as a starter roster. I'll have him on 16 to 17 practice squad. That's what I'll do. Swat it up.
Golly, boy.
You can't handle the truth. You want answers?
Ooh, boy, you GMing over there. Hey, we got to talk to you about your son. We got to talk to you about your son. Law cold-blooded.
Because 48 can do more for you in that running back room, bro. 48 can do more for you.
Oh my God.
To a degree, Snoop Connor can do more than Deuce right now, but he gonna be gone though. Snoop is gonna be gone because of that, My God, the say.
Salute.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Good.
It's another one on her law. It's Maurice Lewis over the Marvin Overshawn. What's going on?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that
I'm just trying to figure this out, Law. I'm trying to figure this out. What?
And they waived 52. They waived 52 though today. They just waived 52. So, this could be okay. And this came out today, right?
Yeah. As of August 6, 2024.
It's right at the top, right in my face. Okay. That's a tough one though, because
that's what I want to know. Is it tough? Is it tough based on what you see? And then see if you got some questions for Law, because he out there.
Man, Law. So let me ask this, man. I got a lot of questions for you, but I want to start off with my love, my joy of my life. How does that offensive line look to you, Law? How does the offensive line look?
Oh, to me, it looks a whole lot better as far as what they are eligible to do this year opposed to last season. It seems like it was like a little resistance picking up a new philosophy from Mike Solari, right? So now they already have the expectations. And I would tell you what really slowed everything down is that Tyler Guyton got snapped up. He got hurt, right? So, or he was sick and he couldn't practice. So they put Chuma back in with the first team unit, which kind of derailed some things. But outside of that, Brock Hoffman, he's doing a serviceable job. We know who Zach Martin is. Terrence Steele. even though he at times it seems as if though he got his hands full with Michael Parsons, which is granted, right? It's Michael freaking
Right.
Parsons. So
Right.
so you got that Tyler Smith. He got blew up by Miroslav, Leofau. So but he's looking good though. He's looking good. The offensive line to me should be a more improved offensive line than what we had last year. And the only damn thing that 67 got over 56 is time. He can snap the ball a little bit better as it relates to shotgun stuff. And maybe it takes a few more weeks before Cooper BB match him. But I think that eventually, before the season is out, he will be your de facto starting center.
I got a follow-up for you to that. Was everybody, from what you've seen thus far in training camp, and I know that Tyler Guyton got sick, but from what you've seen previous, could he start for us safely at left tackle? And my follow-up to that, I'll give you a 2-for-1. Connor Beebe, physically speaking, in terms of physicality and blocking, how is he looking?
Okay. I think that Tyler Guyton, we drafted him in the first round. I'm not playing the political game of it. I think that he offers more athleticism. He's pulled better than Chuma Edoga. He get out in space better. I think that could be a situation. You would have to baby him. You would have to keep a chip and release tight end on that side. You can still have my guy Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield, and he played to that side to just pick up anything that he might drop as far as a speed rush or speed to power. We need to see all of that. But I think that that's a situation. As far as BB, you could see the strength that he has, right? It's God-given strength. He's just a whole lot stronger. And what Brock Hoffman does, he does the old wise man stuff. You see a guy on the ground, he falls on him, right? he makes sure that, hey, coach, look, I got this guy on the ground. But Cooper, to a degree, he's a guy that don't have to live off of somebody else's credit report. He can live off his own, and you see him stonewalling guys. You see him moving stuff out the way. I think that in a run situation, if you pull in your center out in space like him, I think that he's a whole lot better out in space than a Brock Hoffman. I think that naturally Cooper Beebe will be your starting center. He's a little bit ahead of Brock Hoffman in other categories. But this position is for the wise and for the guys that have been in here with more experience, that they could go into the season week 1 with the ideology of what my guy said, Boss Cowboy Sports, on we don't want to just have 2 rookie offensive linemen out there. Just for that, they may go with Brock Hoffman week 1. Because that's some insider stuff, though. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Brian.
Yeah. Well, my only other follow-ups, I'll give you another 2-for-1 here, and then I'm going to kick it back to Boss. I don't want to hog the mic.
No, I'm chilling. Hog.
Okay, well, look, how, and I'm very curious, how, number one, is the running back position looking? Okay, you've seen up close and personal being out there, boots on the ground. How is Ezekiel Elijah Elliott looking? And then second to that, are we truly missing the presence of CeeDee Lamb?
We are missing the presence of CeeDee Lamb. I get it. There are some flashes out here and there for Tolbert and Jalen Moreau, Cropper, T-Billy to a degree, but there's still not a situation like 88 when he goes up and high point the ball and he give you that short area quickness. And there's after he catch the ball, he swipes his nose and he point towards the touchdown. And he's telling you guys that I own this, that he got that type of mindset. Like Tolbert, he still will catch it and do some stuff, but he's still respectful to a degree, right? He said, what did I supposed to do with this moment? So Brooks, he's a taller target. He's been absolutely amazing out here in this space. And as far as the run game, I'm still going to sit back and wait because I don't know if it's our defensive interior tackle that's improving, right? Or is it our running game that's pretty much stalling on certain packages? So I'll have to sit back and wait. But I can tell you, Slim Zeke, he catching out in the backfield. He's on wheel routes. He's doing his job. Rico Dido, he's doing a good job. My guy 34, he's doing a great job as well. So all of those things is good. As far as red zone packages with our run game, they got some packages, whereas they would have Ezekiel Elliott and my guy Hunter Lupke in the backfield.
Yes.
And
I saw that.
They sub in and they added 66 TJ Bass as your extra tight end. So they had 3 tight ends set, right? With those boys, man, we scored 100% of the time in the red zone with that package. It's like what you gonna do? And then they did the same package and they threw out of it with a play action. So it's a good one. It's a good one. So I like that.
Oh, see, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You think Mike McCarthy still old?
I think Mike McCarthy has to prove year by year that he has that giddy up and go. You know what I'm saying, boss?
I knew it, bro.
He gotta prove that he. I'm sorry,
So
boss. He has to prove that he has that giddy up and go. He has to prove.
Yeah, here we go. That type of
that he still has the guts to go. No, I think that, all jokes aside, I think that Mike McCarthy is a really good offensive coordinator. I think he's sound. I think he's really cerebral. I think that he could be cleaner and better in the red zone this year than he was last year. I still question some of the calls he made in the red zone. I think that if he cleans that up, and I think Ezekiel Elliott goes a long way to solving some of those problems because you don't have to think as much. You just can simply hand the ball off and know that I can get 2 or 3 or maybe 4 tough, hard yards when it's time to score a touchdown, and I'm on the 5, on the 4, on the 3, right? So I think it helps. So I think he's good, man. I just think that he's going to have to be more creative the longer the CeeDee Lamb holdout goes. And I don't think that it'll go much longer. I think the Cowboys cave and they pay this man because it gets to a certain point where they got to have this man in camp to really be prepared for the season. And wherever the Cowboys think that line is, that's when they pay CeeDee Lamb. And then we get on with the rest of the show.
Because, Law, let me lean on you real quick. The practice is looking like they spending a lot of time on things that they felt like they needed to be stronger in. I'm seeing a lot of red zone stuff. Are you been at all the training camps, especially early in October? Are you seeing a concentration on red zone this year? Because that's what it looked like to me.
Right, they do start at 7:07, which is, a more friendly to the offense, I believe. What's your thoughts on that? 7:07 inside the red zone. What's your thoughts? Just from a football perspective.
I think it's hard
because it's designed for the wide receiver to win. You think it's harder
on the offense?
Yeah, it's much harder because the field is short.
Yeah,
the field is short.
It is short.
To throw in the red zone is harder, and then we don't have to play the vertical. We can sit on everything.
Okay.
Because we got sideline help behind us too.
Yeah. You got sideline boundary. You got, fields. So I get that. So shoot, they've been working on that. Then they've been going through the.
That's what I'm saying. It looked like they working on that heavily. Are you seeing that out there?
I can see that more than they do the 7:07. Hell, the clips that's still uploading for today's episode. They start the 11-on-11 in red zone, right?
Yeah,
they have the mojo moments inside the red zone.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm out there, and it never was brought to my attention that they said, "Damn it, we working on this red zone."
That's what I'm saying. See, and I asked that because of the OC, because the OC raised some good points last year. And then what he just said about the red zone. But me looking at Mike McCarthy, it looks like he really focuses on the analytics. It does. It looked like he went into this training camp like we not gonna be behind on the red zone this year. We gonna be ahead. That's why I was asking you about
100%.
You seeing that?
100%. So for example, I know for sure with this team, even though we don't have CD, if we just pick this team up right now with Zeke and Hunter. And the mindset that we have now, we beat Miami. And at that point when we were right there at that goal line. I guarantee you that the Cowboys figure out a way to punch it in.
You want
Because,
answers?
like you said, like you said, they are more focus point is, okay, we get bigger bodies in there, we gonna bring the physicality. It's none of that weak sauce stuff. So yeah, I agree that he's working on the things that you may have had reservations on. It's a big observation, boss. And I'm out here and I couldn't even pick that up until now. I appreciate you for that.
Oh man, no problem. You had some more?
And Law, let me go to the defense. I've had a real question about, based on what you saw, does Osa Odigizua, does he take a step up this year? Is he the saving grace on this defensive line? How is Mozzie Smith looking? I don't think, from what I saw, I don't know. I have a question mark. I'll just put it that way.
Right.
But what do you think about Osa? What do you think about the interior of this defensive line?
I think that with Osa, this is a contract year for him. If the Cowboys want to keep him, they should give him an offer. I think that this probably will be his better season because of the fact that you got real defensive line coaches going. Jeff Scanina, he's not going to fold when it's time to coach up these boys. He's cussing, he's spitting, he's yelling at these guys. I get it. Aiden Durde was here. He was good with these guys. He was more of a player's coach, speak all of the across the pond stuff. I like all of that. But you got Greg Ellis, you got Coach Jeff Scanina, and then you got Paul Gunter. Paul Gunter, to a degree, used to be a defensive coordinator. He got that in his back bag. And we got another coach. He looks like he's Hawaiian or Polynesian, and he got a real big ponytail. I don't have his name. If you guys can name him, he's been really working with these interior guys. So that's why we are seeing Mozzie. He was the first one out there in practice today, and he's putting in extra work, hitting extra sledge. He's out there getting cussed at and chewed out. And I love that because we didn't need somebody to hold Mozzie's hand. We didn't need somebody to fix his sandwich, so we needed someone to hold him accountable and just be right in his ear. And now when you seen, like, it was a play that I can't wait for us to finish upload, you'll see that the defense made a stop and you seen 58 in the mix, pushing the center back and the guard back. I like that. And those small little victories that Mozzie is getting pays dividends, because I know for sure when the coaches go back to look at the all 22, they pat him on his back and they tell him, hey, keep that stuff up.
OC, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah, talk to me, brother.
See, we already started the show with Albert Huggins. You remember we talked about him a long time ago?
I do.
What's your thoughts of this?
We just
signed him.
If you can show him some of that tape too.
Yeah, we can go through the tape. I got the tape.
Well, let's go through the tape, bro, because we tape people over here, bro. Come on.
Right, tape time for your mind. It's still early where I'm at. It's 7 o'clock where I'm at. It's 7:30.
Right, let's do this again.
The sunlight's still out over here.
I'm even hit your button, OC. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, we got this. Let's get it. Which button I got for the OC?
The OC.
The film breakdown.
All right, so I'm gonna go through kind of some of the times in which he actually made some plays. Cause I'm not gonna just start at the very beginning. So I'm gonna start here. Give me 1 second. The 27:45.
And get your volume up, boss. You sound a little far away.
What about now? That's better?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, but better.
All right, let's go, see.
All right, man.
On the next play. 94.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at number 94. He's playing the one shade over the center to the left. Strong at the point of attack. Maintains and comes off and gets into a tackle. Great job not giving up push. Great job standing his ground. Great job having a good anchor and a strong bottom half right here. Look at this. This is how you play it. This is a two gap. Boom. He does not get knocked over. He gets knocked on one leg, but he maintains his balance and he comes back. gets in on the tackle. So great job by him on that play.
Same play.
Yeah.
3 times.
Yep. So
Yeah.
here,
No body
boom,
on the
so it's
ground.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good by him. Very good being strong at the point of attack. If he can do that for the Cowboys, I mean, yeah, that'll give us a good 25, 30 reps a game where we can be solid versus an interior run. I think, here he's down the line. He comes and he makes a play there. Very, very good. The thing that I see already, he's not quite as heavy as a Hankins is.
Right.
He's not as heavy.
Yeah.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
the fear, right? He's not as heavy. So when you get the elite upper end offensive lines blocking him, that's good because he's a guy that's like a hybrid. He's playing a 1, but he's a guy that can play a 3. You can kind of see that by the way he moves.
Hold on real
And by the
quick.
way-
Law,
That's a
didn't
great
I say
observation.
that? Law, didn't I
Damn,
say that?
yeah,
I said I see him between Hankins and Gallimore. I ain't, I swear, but the film never lies.
The
Go ahead,
film
OC.
never lies. So, and he is 300 pounds, and you see
305.
305. So you see when he was engaged, he didn't stop his feet. And then sometimes as a line guy, let me know if I'm wrong, you got to have some lateral movement, and you got to keep your feet moving, but you got to get off of that and make that tackle. And he did that. He disengaged, and he was able to not get pushed backwards, but laterally he was able to disengage and make that tackle. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that he did a really, really good job playing the technique, and it's called maintaining a stretch block down the line of scrimmage.
Stretch block.
And then when the cutback happened, he threw the blocker away and came back inside and got in on the tackle. So he did a fantastic job. He's right there. Now he lines up in the 3, okay, which probably is more of his natural position, in my opinion, right? And he's here getting double teamed. Good. He sheds in on the tackle. Beautiful. So he's really good at defeating blocks one-on-one. From what I'm seeing thus far, right? And I'm just letting the tape speak, okay? Because he stands up this left guard right here, boom, right? Gets rid of him, gets in on the play. Good job by him. Great job.
Talk about his pad levels too, if you can jump that in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're dealing with, pad level, his pad level is under the offensive tackles, allowing him to have leverage and allowing him to maintain a powerful position. So here he is right here again, redirecting. Very, very good. He has good, I call it good slide, where he's able to slide his feet in and out quick. He has good feet, right? And look at his feet. Look at his feet. Look how he slides back. He's pivoting back and then he gets off. So he has really good feet and he disengages very well. So what he does very well is he has hand leverage. He maintains inside hand leverage. And that's really the key to his game. And to be honest with you, he's not just an all-consuming powerful guy, right? Because you can move him some, but he maintains really, really great hand leverage. And that hand leverage allows him to redirect and allows him to get off and allows him to make plays based upon this film. The fear with a guy like this is that when you really get him in a situation where he's facing some real road graders, right? When he's facing a Zach Martin, a Tyler Smith, or let's just go a Tyler Smith and a BB. When he's facing dudes like that can pound the crap out of you, they can wear you down, they can make you ineffective just because they are stronger than you or just as strong, they're just as athletic, and they're mean, they're determined. And so, if you don't have that weight to hold up in there, hey, he's played the one shade, so I think he could give us some snaps there. He probably will help. But do I think he's the ultimate long-term answer based upon his body and what I see? No. I don't think he's a long-term
Hold on,
answer,
we
but
got
I
some
think
more
he
too,
helps.
OC. We got some
Come
more.
on, talk to me.
Because I
All right,
want to
come
show
on.
you this plug play on this double.
All right.
That's some good analysis too by DOC, y'all. Yes,
All right.
indeed.
So this is him playing. He's a 3 shade. Okay, beautiful. He's
Blew it
shooting. All right. He blew it up, but he turns his back too. He turns his back into the trap man. I like to see him maintain his hand extension there. All right. So right here, then he falls
He gets
over.
turned.
He
the shoulders turned.
He stretched out like somebody getting stiff in church or something. He just stretched. just
Big
stretched
gap,
out. Yeah. But look, all jokes aside, he maintained his guy responsibility So no issues there, right? And so falling out is better than getting pushed back. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So I'm giving the man credit for his work.
I'm going to his next play. Give me 1 second.
Okay, yeah, take your
There it
time.
is.
No doubt.
All right, so
Well,
here
it's
we
not
go
here.
again.
It's not. No, it's the next.
Yeah, he's not in there.
My bad.
That's all right.
So this is where we doing this live, man. This ain't cut up, so hey.
It's all good.
No
man.
doubt.
It's all, but what you see as you kind of transition and get to his next play is that you see this guy is a guy that plays really strong. You know who he reminds me of? I have a comparison like a Carlos Hyde.
I saw him as a bigger Carlos Watkins.
Like Carlos. I said Carlos Hyde. Carlos Watkins is what I meant.
Okay, so yeah.
We thinking the same person.
Damn.
Yeah.
Both of y'all
Carlos
got the
Watkins.
same comp. Both of y'all got the same comp.
Hey, bro, listen, bro, this is true, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna hush now.
Yeah, Carlos Watkins. There you go. I said Carlos Hyde. Carlos Watkins. There you go.
I saw him as a better version of Carlos Watkins. I swear to God, I said that earlier. I swear to God. Allow my witness. I swear to God. Yep. So
Yeah,
anyway.
he's a stronger version.
Yeah, that's what I
He's
see.
a younger, stronger version.
Yeah.
So
Remember Carlos had that pick six. Yeah.
You do have 300 pounders that can play serviceably in the interior. It's just, man, injury and how much can they take? Because in today's NFL, listen, 300 pounds is not enough to play the one shade all year long without reprieve. It's just not, just because of the physicality and the beatdown you take, and the guys are so big and these guys are not fat. Here's the thing, these guys are not fat anymore, man. These guys are 330 and lean. It's like, how do you be 330 and lean? I'm serious. It's like these guys are 330 with muscle and have like 15% body fat. It's like these guys are beating the crap out of you. So, I think that he helps, but I'm sticking with my original sentiment. I don't think he's the long-term answer by himself.
He's rotational. He's rotational help.
Rotation.
They need to
And
make
I
another
think
move.
good help too, OC. This is
good
not
help.
trash help. This is good help.
No, good help.
Yeah.
Good help. Yeah.
I
Good
also
help.
like his pursuit too, OC.
Yeah.
Just FYI, I just want to get your thoughts on it. Just watch his pursuit.
Yeah. Let me check him out.
And he consistently like this too, bro. Just this is also late in the game. Where he get off blocks and he still,
He's one of those guys.
He's a worker.
He's one of those guys. He just plays the right way.
Yeah, a professional. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays the right way, and he's a guy that's not gonna loaf, as you call a loaf.
Yeah.
He's gonna be running to the ball. He's over the center right now. I said he's a zero technique. And so here he is, holding his ground, turning his body, holding his ground. He did his job, man. It went out the opposite gap, but he held his ground. He didn't get blown up. So he's really good at just leverage with his hands, really good at twisting his body. You'll see right here. You'll see the hand leverage. Hand leverage, turns his body, stays in the gap, right? That's what he's basically, you're not running in this gap. I may not make this tackle, but you're not running in my gap. It's kind of like that kind of resolve, right?
You had
so
something, Law?
No. I'm just echoing what he's saying. I said right
so
on
good.
that.
You see the hands again? Look at the hands. Run that back, Boss. That's a really good angle to see his hands. So he shows really great hand striking. So this is really good for people to learn. He shows right here over 70. Look at the hand strike. Look how he wins inside with his hands. Look at the hands. Right there. You see how he chucks off the center, knocks the center off.
Yeah. 95 the one who lost on that one. If you go back and look at it, he got knocked off of his feet, and he didn't hold his side of the bargain down. So, yeah.
Again, good hands.
I love that pursuit, man. Love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. That boy be moving. Big boy be moving, man.
Big boy. Yeah.
If he was 315, he would have been ideal.
Yeah, man. He's a professional.
10 pounds.
Bro. He plays hard.
That's what I said. I said the same thing. A professional, bro. I saw film never lies. I swear to God. We saying the same words, bro. If you listen to the film session I did with Law earlier, I said the same thing. I see a professional.
Yep. Just rewind. Yep. And y'all hear the same thing.
Yeah. So I like I said, this is good. This is a
now
listen,
he gonna lose right here. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you 305.
Yep.
Because you play leverage. You're gonna play leverage to a point, but at some point, if these boys get a good ace combo on you, like right there,
You
you
got
see
a
how he hit him
rib
in his
check.
hip.
Yeah.
That's
Rib
called a
check.
hip block.
Got him.
That's called a hip block. So he
Yeah.
hit him in his hip, and I was really good. You can see it again here. That was really good by the guard. It's called pushing him in his hip, which he knocked him off. Boom! You see, he's right in his hip, and then he comes off on the linebacker. So hitting him in his hip knocked him off balance. It uprooted him, and it gave the center a chance to run his feet and finish. That's what happened. So I mean, but imagine him against, no offense, one of the best, and this is almost not fair, but you're comparing him against one of the best. Him lining up in front of Tyler Smith and having to stay there all game. It's like he's not making a lot of plays.
I like this play right here, though. No, not that play. Hold on. Give me a second. There it is. This play.
Right.
I got 2 more plays, and then we go take these super chats and get up out of here.
Yep.
But at least I like that. See, that's what a professional does.
It's a pass rush deal for him. He got there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch how you do it. Break this one down, OC. Let me see if you think the same thing.
Yeah, so he's one shade. That's a swipe. That's a swipe and rip, man. The rip didn't come all the way through, or he would have got a sack clean. But he clubbed him. It's like a club rip. So he go hit the outside shoulder pad with his outside hand. Hit him. Boom. Hit him. He came under and ripped. Yeah. Hit him. Came over the top and ripped. Yeah. Good move by him.
They got
really good move.
Got a flag off for that one for what do you call that? Intentional grounding.
Man, you cut up this tape. You think this dude an all-pro.
Right. He got a lot of zeros on his stat line.
Yeah,
I feel what you're saying. Yeah. We're not putting lipstick on a pig, but we got to quantify that. On this team, they didn't have a Parsons. On that team, they didn't have Zim calling defensive plays too. So they didn't have a Trayvon Diggs in the background and Bland around there. So we got to also add those things into the mix, right?
And you know what? To your point, Law, you bring up a great point. He's a Mike Zimmer type of player.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He's a Mike Zimmer because he's a guy
that's confused right here and still take that double on well. Did y'all see that?
And he's gonna do his job. He's one of those players. He's
gonna do his job.
He's gonna do his job.
Yep.
He's one of those guys.
I see that too.
And that's what Zimmer.
This is a good pickup. This is a perfect pickup. Rotational one tech. Now, is he perfect? No, he undersized. He's a lower end one tech. But you know, I see the desire. I see exactly what you said. The Zim pick. I see it.
Yeah. And people fail to realize, I know everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, they talk about sacks, how many sacks they're going to get. Vince Wilfork, for his career, averaged 1 to 2 sacks a season, right? So to even, not saying that Mozzie is going to be Vince Wilfork or we have a Vince Wilfork here because Vince was like, what, 360, 370, 80-ish? You know, it's a big old boy. But I just want people to temper their expectations on our interior front. Don't look at what they should be, what everybody's saying, that they should get 4 or 5 sacks. Just look at it like, hey, these guys should do their job on help stopping the run, plug those holes so that the linebackers can rally, hit, and chase, so that Parsons can get those multiple sacks in the season or double sacks or what have you in the game. That will be a beneficial to us. And also Overshawn and Eric Kendricks. All of this stuff will work out if these guys can just fit gaps, man, and seal off some things.
Law. OC came in right when you was talking about Lil Fowl and Overshawn. You didn't finish your thoughts on that. I want to get your thoughts on that competition because that's actually kind of surprising me that they had Lil Fowl over Overshawn when Overshawn has been getting the biggest praise hands down in the linebacker room.
Right.
So I'm just trying to get your thoughts on that.
Well, now I'm going to be looking at it from a different perspective. I have to take a deeper look at 35 now when I'm out there. I can't say that he's been playing wrong or badly because Overshawn showed us great stuff on film, right? Great stuff on tape. Keep in mind he's coming off of an ACL. So remember, I think it was a couple of years ago when we was looking at this guy. I think his last name was what was his name from LSU? He went over to Jabril Cox. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we was banging on the table like, hey, Harper and Jabril Cox, man, they showing us stuff in practice and camp, and it just didn't show us enough in preseason. So I think that week 1 of the preseason, that will be a deciding factor of who's really shining the most, whether it be 35 or whether it be 13. But for right now, I can't take that away from 35, Learfowl, because he did force the fumble today in practice. He's been in the right spot. I seen him blow and knock the heck out of Tyler Smith in the goal line situation. So I'm not saying that it's definitive that 35 is better than 13, but 13 been shining in his own rightful way, So we'll find out, man, when the first preseason game is there. But from a perspective, I like it. It give Overshawn even more ammunition to fight for his spot on this team to showcase that he belongs to be in the first starting rotation.
Y'all clap it up for Law, man. Y'all clap it up for OG Law. Go ahead, OC.
Appreciate it.
No, one last question for the Godfather, man. So, our
sorry, OC, that the button kicked in late. Sorry about that.
It's all good, man. I stopped too. So look, what about our linebacker draft pick out of Notre Dame? Is he going to be the missile that we thought he would be? What's your take on him?
I think that, he's going to be that guy. As my guy, Stephen Carroll, called him the 35 flying Hawaiian,
35.
So, yeah, the flying Hawaiian. I would say this, though. I think we're going to forever look at his pick and the running backs that was available. Right?
Yeah.
True.
Just like we look at Schoonmaker and the running backs that was available. So it's predicated on what he's going to do. But when you look at his overall tape, he's like a kamikaze. He flies, he hits, he shoots through A and B gap for what the front is able to do. People fail to realize linebackers are part of the front seven. So you see some of that stuff. You see a baby version of what Eric Kendricks is. And hopefully, this draft pick of ours can pay dividends. And someone said that, Overshawn still is on a pitch count. And I think that's Brian Bradford. So all I can say is, look, this linebacker core is a whole lot better than what we had last year. Yeah, give me that dude, man, 35, opposed to someone that's 205.
Okay.
All right. I got one more Law. I literally got one more.
Go ahead.
The safeties finally got a list. What's your thoughts on Donovan Wilson being slightly in front of Marquise Bell, and then they have Malik Hooker over Wanye Thomas? Is that what you seeing out there, or should the number 2 safeties potentially be pushing the number 1, or is that just solid based on how they have it?
Oh, that list right there
Yes.
is completely solid.
Oh, okay.
Dono is having a good camp.
Okay.
Hooker is the brain. You got extra brains out there because you got Eric Kendricks, and then you got Hooker who's standing tall on his defense, who love what Zim is bringing to the table. If you pull back up that list, the guy that's one of those guys that's undrafted, he's wearing number 39. He's been shining. 39.
Emory
he's been
Johnson.
shining. Emory Johnson. So this is my pecking order: Wilson, Hooker, Wanye, Bell, and then you have Emory. I don't know what the world is going on with Izzy. He's been banged up a little bit. I saw him working the cores. Red wine. Hey, maybe he need a glass of wine. Woods, I like what he can do far as the special teams, but so far out of those guys that's on the back end, 39 is banging the table for a spot on this team.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I heard he would. I did hear that. It's a lot of people excited about it. I want to play this real quick, man, before we take these super chats, man, because this is just important. I think this is deserving. You might not know about this, Law, but I just want to play this.
Boss, let me take this time, man. I gotta give a shout out to the big homie Law, man, because Law looked out today. He really did. He didn't have to, but he did. So, hey, I just want to show y'all we out here putting in major work. This is the exclusivity, you know what I'm saying, that we had today. You see that? Players and coaches guests. That's what we was. So we right up by everybody. So shout out to Big Law, man, for the exclusivity he lent out to your boy. So, man, we got a lot of, I'm talking about, man, if you name a player, we talk to him today. Like, it'll be better if you just name the players that we didn't talk to.
Ooh.
It'll be easier. Like, it's so many people that I interviewed and asked questions. I talked to Coach Jeff, Al Harris. We've been talking to everybody. So, like, I don't even know how many people that's in my phone right now. I got to go through the footage. We literally talked to almost every player you can name. I got the footage of it.
I gotta say something else about Law before we take these super chats. I call Law.
Shout out to the big homie Law, man.
I called Law early this morning just to thank him.
Yeah.
Just like, bro, that blue and white, you real. And see, it ain't nobody in this space like Law. Law is just different, period. You know? Yeah. Anybody else that had 100,000 followers would be uppity, snooty, acting like they don't know you and all that kind of stuff. When they get to the top, they pull a ladder up. They never network with you. They ain't gonna never share resources with you. Not Law. Law is the total opposite of the bouginess that we usually see from people that's starting to seem like they making their way. Yeah.
Law ain't no gatekeeper, man. He kicking the doors down. He said, "Hey, come on in, y'all. Come on in,
bro. He
That's
really
what's up,
is
man.
special, bro. Like,
he's special, and he stays true to himself. He's not going Hollywood humble. Mainstream. Law still say whatever the hell he want to say.
Yeah.
That's why I love. That's why I love Law.
I
like,
love
the biggest
Law, man.
is like he could really go corporate law and
I
can't say that. I can't do that. I can't go here. I can't talk to this person.
Man.
But Law never does that. That's why I love Law.
No, love Law.
Salute, man.
No, man, you good dude. Yeah, and Ty, I said the same thing. This is what Ty said that we gonna take these super chats. I tell Law this all the time. Ain't too many folks like that in the world.
Wow.
True.
Yeah.
Like Law the biggest of us, but when he's amongst us, he don't act like it. You notice that? Law the biggest, like ain't nobody gonna be recognized. None of us faster than Law. None of us. Right? I done been out with Law many times. Man, you can't go down the street. You can be in the worst part of any hood and somebody gonna say, I know that dude every time. And he humble. He go, hey, how you doing, man? Nothing but the best. Take a photo with him. So anyway, man, he deserved that shout out, man. Law good dude, man. My boy say Law is the GOAT. Law is the GOAT.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Y'all gonna make me all teary-eyed over here.
No, man, I want to say that, bro, and show that, because I'm pretty sure you didn't know we was saying that because we was probably live at the same time. But I want to say that, because I wanted to do a video, but it started feeling kind of, you know, where you got to pause. So I said I'd rather show it now in front of the home, you know. And also say this. We all greatly appreciate this work that you just put in, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
You know, like all this work, you know, sharing your resources with landlords, sharing your resources with Mickey, not hogging the spotlight, sharing the blue and white, just giving us the real truth of what's going on out there. You know, networking with the people that you networking with, just to just give us more and more access on the independent level. I really mean this. A lot of people really don't stop and say thank you enough. You know what I mean? I know we used to take, and a lot of people take. We take content, and we never realized that this man has put his own dollars and resources to travel across the state with his little girls and his wife sitting at the house just to do what he's passionate about. It's a lot of people didn't make that trip this year. It's completely empty out there almost, and you still out there, bro. So I just want to say, just publicly, bro, thank you greatly, because this was a year of sacrifice and you still made it. So
I appreciate it, man. You know, I really do. Yeah.
All right, let's get to these super chats, bro. We'll give our final words.
Man.
All right, so here we go. So on this super chat, he said, sounds like Stephen Jones like Royce Freeman. I heard that too. I did hear that. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. And then I only had 2 today. You got some, Lo?
I have Ernest. He says, for the $10 support, he says, hello, Law. Great content at camp. Keep up the great work. How about them Cowboys? Appreciate you, man. And then I got Vag Blaster. Appreciate you so much for your support. I can't believe I read that. He says, with Michael Gallup retirement, do you know if his dead cap money is relieved off the cap this season? I think that whatever his dead money is his dead money, regardless of his retirement. I believe that's how that goes. Blaster, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support. And then Stephen Carroll, he's the reason why I got me a big old ribeye steak. You saw that, man, on the video, about the size of OC's back, man. Big old steak, man. And one thing, boss, you know I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know, bro. I know.
You ain't got some sauce over there. Give me some sauce and caramelized onions. I'm like that, man. Give me the caramelized onion, the butter, and everything. And give me some asparagus tips. You know, it tastes good with that steak, man. And the mashed potatoes is all brought to you by Stephen Carroll. He said that's why I've been sending them bills on the Cash App. I appreciate you so much, Stephen Carroll. He been dropping some good Cash Apps for me out here in the beautiful state of California, and it's never been a dull moment. Also, I got a $5 support from Coach Marv, man. He just dropped in and said, salute, Law. Appreciate you, man. I thank everybody, man, for y'all support. Most importantly, man, I thank you guys for subscribing and sharing this content. And anything I have, you guys have. There's never be shy to walk up to me and say that you guys, you know, need anything, because I'll try my best, man. Shout out to Gracia. He told me his life story. He's in the chat, and he told me he was born 1 pound, right? And the end messages when I give my sermons and stuff like that, he said it's always good to hear and listen to my stories and being able to be real. And I appreciate that, and I thank him. He gave me a whole bunch of bag of stuff over here. And I really appreciate y'all so much, man. And I try my best, man. If I'm gonna shine, it will be a way that I can shine through you all. When I got West Coast over there, it was a way that I love to see him shine. When I got Mark Holmes over there, I love to see his shine, you know. And Landlord and Craven Cowboys, I love to see others shine, because that's the way that I like to shine, is through others, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Absolutely. Let me go and get these final words. And so I'm going to be honest, man. I think some kind of way my brand, some people want me to be negative. That's not what I'm about, man. I want everybody to really understand. I'm only about content that's gonna help us win championships. That's it. That's the only thing I'm about.
Oh yeah.
So the reason why I said that, because I'm really seeing a lot of good right now. Can you? I'm on mute. I'll mute.
No, I'll mute.
Okay. I'm only about content that's gonna help us win a championship, and I'm honestly seeing a lot of good. I really am, and I waited to see it. I wasn't presumptuous on Zimmer. I wanted to see it, and I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I know we jaded over Green Bay, but I'm gonna be honest. I want the nation back. I do. I want that nation back that believe. I don't like the jaded nation. I just don't. I believe we supposed to use our voice about things we want to see, improvements we want, but I don't want us to be I don't want us to become the Saints where they always looking for something bad to happen. I don't want to be in that. You know, I want us to always be what we've always been. A hopeful, optimistic, realistic fan base. That's my final word.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I was muting myself. Yeah, man. So look, man, my final words are just that the Cowboys are just building fundamentally sound team at this point. We don't have a lot of bells and whistles, outside of Dak Prescott, I'd say, and a couple really good tight ends, in my opinion. And we got some growing and budding wide receivers. I just think we're fundamentally sound. We need CeeDee Lamb. The sooner the better. But we got a little bit of time on that. But I think it's some good things happening. I'm not going to ask you as a fan base to, don't be negative and give me all your trust back. I'm going to say, as the Cowboys make steps in the right direction, then go ahead and lend some more of your trust. Lend a little bit at a time.
There you go.
As you see us stepping in the right direction, right? And that's what I think is merited during this time based upon what we've seen for the Cowboys. But, hey, we got a lot of football in front of us. We're early in camp. And, hey, right now, not so bad. That's my final word.
I like that one.
The OC.
There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
Straight business.
Put hashtag straight business in the chat.
I will be crazy not to say this, though. But the OC, man, you got, man, your house looking like you in a resort somewhere, man. You got chandeliers. Man, I'm talking about, you got bookshelf way so high, you got to be Shaq to get it, I mean, good Lord, man. Yeah, look, got high ceiling, Man, it looks beautiful, man. Yeah.
That should have been his set the whole time, bro. He should have been showcasing that the whole time. That is a beautiful look. That's a good look, man.
Don't be lying to people. This is a rental, man. Don't worry about that.
That's always an Airbnb. Okay, all right.
It's a rental.
Airbnb, man.
It's a rental, bro.
Oh, hell no.
No, we know that's your house, bro.
Yes, sir, your majesty. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that's
King
your house,
OC, man. Yeah, man. He's an Airbnb. But, man, shout out to the OC and shout out to you as well, Boss Cowboy Sports, man. It's never a dull moment when we do the final word. I really appreciate us giving back to the nation. That's what we do. We watch this game because we don't like this game. We love this game, and we wouldn't do anything else but do this right here, breaking down the Cowboys on what they should do and what things should happen, etc., based off of our natural eyes. And being out here, me being able to give it back to you guys as if you were here in my shoes. That's what I try to do. And we got some things that we're working on when I get back to Dallas. We're going to be doing some good stuff. I can't outspeak my wisdom teeth, but I'm going to tell y'all that if I'm going to be there, all of us going to be there in the same process, man. So I appreciate y'all. That's my final word, man, is, hey, Cowboy Nation, pick your head up Stop having that long face, longer than Jay Leno's chin. Yes, the Green Bay Packers was a horrible loss. Yes, we didn't do a lot of moves in the offseason. But don't let this hit you down, because Zim, he got a plan on his defense, and it's going to look real good. It's going to look real good, man. I appreciate y'all.
3, 2, 1, drop it.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Those grills, drop it hard.
Let's go.
It's time to do.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up.